cost management basically. But the fact is that it's one of the areas in SAP that we have very limited consultants, because controlling, you see these activities, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. These are activities for not, I mean, these activities are, they don't have any standard format, right? The thing with management accounting is that it's just based on the business scenario. You have to understand every single field, and you have to know why every single field is existing. Because product costing, COPA, profitability analysis, activity-based costing, these are for manufacturing concerns, and they are very, 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 very key to the CEO space. But we might not be going deep into these areas. These three will require a session that will take some months to even complete, because this is more of going deep into production. But let's just start with the basics, and we would see how far we can go. So our focus is on the cost center and the profit center and the cost elements, basically. So for controlling, we're going to do some definitions. Before we go into that, controlling basically talks about management accounting. It's a module that basically handles, that tracks outside the GL, that tracks expenses and all. The controlling basically helps the users or the management to manage cost and to plan costs. Plan, execute, and manage cost, and of course check variance at the end of the day to know how you are fared. And of course it has to integrate with FI, because the costing will pick the information from the general ledgers. That's the integration between both of them. So for configuration, we'll start with the general. Start with the general, would go to organization. Then of course the highest hierarchy within the CEO module is the controlling area. The controlling area is like the company code of FI. In CEO, it's the controlling area. So basically all the cost management happens, is controlled by this area. So we're going to maintain the controlling area. So these descriptions are now active. So we can copy from existing controlling areas, or we can maintain them as a new one. So we're just going to maintain. We're going to see some existing controlling areas. Of course, I've not done any, so mine will not be here. So I just click on new entries. I would enter, I want my controlling area to be the same as my company code. So my company code is IBTC. So it's picked up my company code. The controlling area was using the setting same as company code. If we use the cross company code cost accounting, what it will mean is that we can assign more than one controlling area to the company code. But if you use same as, only this company code can be assigned to this controlling area, and that's basically what we want to achieve. So controlling area same as company code. The currency type we're using is the company code currency, and the currency is USD. The chart of account is IBCA. The fiscal year variance is K4. The standard hierarchy, which we'll use to track various cost elements, we can say IBTC 001. This is leading FS version. We're not using that. High control area in F4. Okay, it's fine. We can just leave that. So authorization, this is just okay. Okay, let me So if we're done, just click on enter. So we're just trying to define the structure for our controlling area. Say okay. When you're done with defining the control area, you have to activate it first. Assign it first to the company code. So you can say yes. So here you can say new entries. Our company code is IBTC. Click on enter and save. Okay, so it's telling me check if posting already exists in IBTC within ledger. Yeah, I think we have posted one transaction. So we'll have to do a mass data IBTC. So what it's trying to tell us is that before we can successfully update in our controlling area, the GL we posted, we have to move it into the controlling area we just created, the transaction we created. So I will call this CEO configuration. Say okay. Okay, so remember this is also picking the accounting principles that we created. So it's fine. So this is good. Then the next we can do is to activate the components in CO. So when you go to activate components, we have to also set up the fiscal year. Click on new entries. The fiscal year we're working on is 2023. In fact, our accounting calendar is still in 2022 because that's what we started with. We'll activate the cost centers, activate cost objects, activate projects, activate cost elements. We'll leave these other ones. Can activate the activity types. We're not working on these guys, so we might just leave them except we need them. You can also check variants. Then you save. So it's transporting, picking the so basically what we have done is to create a controlling area and assign it to a company code and also define the fiscal year for this transaction. So you can just go back and that is that for this. So the next thing you will do after maintaining the controlling area is to maintain the number range for the documents that controlling will be generating. So if you define the number range, let's check interval. Okay, let's check if any existing. None is existing. So what we can do is we can create one by one, but that would be too cumbersome. We can just copy. So I'm going to be copying from a company code I know very well to IBTC. So it will copy all the number range from that standard. If I click on intervals, we can now see that it has copied in some number ranges. So we don't need to start creating them on our own. So once you maintain the number range, the next thing you do is to maintain the versions. Versions help in planning cost. So go to version, and version 0 is a standard version for the controlling. So we have version 0 there. So you select version 0, go to controlling area settings, put the controlling area, and you have defined that successfully. You can double click on the version. So it's here, then you can just save this. When you have saved, you can select the version, go to settings for each fiscal year. So we have made sure that all the fiscal, we can also do integrated planning. All the fiscal year are all allowed. Copying is allowed. So you can check. Okay, this is to print. So once you double that, you can say integrated planning. Okay, so the exchange rate is there. Integrated planning with cost center and business processes. When we want to do costing, activity-based costing, and indirect and direct costs. We'll need this planning. We don't need this for projects. We only need this for others. Then we can save this. Yes. We don't need LP01. This is to run a job. We don't need to do this. Okay. So if you can navigate through without the transaction code, it gives you that feel that you really understand how the system works. For example, if you want to maintain version, you can always get the transaction code for that. This OKQ. The next thing we need to do, which is not in ECC, is to define ledger for CO version. So if we do that, so we have leading ledger. We have to assign the leading ledger to our controlling area. Go through the video for the discussion about ledgers. So we don't have any here. So I think we can just copy or create ours. So I'm just going to copy this. We'll put our controlling area. Put the version is 0. We're using the leading ledger for our, so it has brought up the controlling area name and the version and the ledger name. So we can save this. So all this you will not find, this process you will not find in ECC. So we are done with the organization of the controlling area. So the organization is like the enterprise structure in FI. In CO, we call it the organization. So we have, so we can just minimize this. We'll look at planning and others as we go on. But the general setting is fine for now. Also, after doing the general settings, we need to work on one or two other elements before the time goes on. But you can also go back to enterprise, definition, or assignment, controlling area, assign company code, and check. Assign company code to controlling area. So if you check if it has been assigned, so it's correct, it's assigned. You can assign controlling area to operating concern. So our controlling area is IBTC. When we want to do COPA, our operating concern is IBTC2. Okay, I don't think we have configured one. Okay, so it's not existing here. We can work on that much later. That will be at the COPA side. So we have ascertained that is existing. So so basically the configuration for controlling is it basically helps us to set up the structure that the cost element and the cost accounting and every of these modules rely on. It's just like setting up a company code in FI. So the controlling area carries that structure for the CO. The next we are going to look at is cost elements. Basically, cost elements are used for different purposes, but basically for reporting costs. And in SAP, we have two very important cost elements, the primary cost element and the secondary cost element. Before now, in ECC, these cost elements were standing on their own. They were existing as an individual entity. But this is also one of the major change between ECC and S4HANA. In S4HANA, both the primary and secondary cost element is part of the chart of account FS00. So, for example, if I go to FS00, if I go to account type, you can see primary cost and secondary cost. So these two now, they were in ECC, they were different cost elements. So in ACC, if you wanted to create, for example, a primary cost element, you have to create it at the GL, then you have to extend it. But with S4, everything happens at the GL. So there is no, that means that the integration between FI and CO is almost automatic and seamless. There is no division between FI and CO. They are basically, they integrate at the GL level. So that integration, normally, we would always say that the integration between FI and CO is at the primary cost, but now the primary cost is part of the GL. So that bridge has been broken. That's why they call it SAP S/4HANA Finance, because CO is now an integral part of finance. So they don't really spell it out. It's because we're used to FICO. That's why we have to also break it down. But when you say finance, it's assumed that CO is also part of that nomenclature. So, for example, if you want to create a cost element, it will direct you to the GL. So you see, it's also taking us to GL. So there is no differentiation now between primary cost element and secondary cost element. They all will redirect you to the GL. We're going to learn how to create this cost elements when we are done. If we want to go into direct and indirect costing, and try to get the cost of indirect cost of production and direct cost of production. We'll look at that, but we might not go deep into that now. And also for planning costs, but we'll see how we can discuss that in the future. So the next is cost. We'll do profit center accounting, then we'll do cost center accounting. And we just have 20 minutes. So profit center basically is a module of CO that basically helps to report financials, especially the profitability of the business, right? So it just helps to instead of just looking at the financial statement, income statement, or profit and loss, the profitability tries to look at how profitable if you have different cost centers, we have different segments, how profitable was each of those segments that were in business. That's the essence of the profit center accounting. It's just a more robust reporting other than the financial statement that the financial accountants are used to. So profit center checks the profitability of the income streams or the business areas or the segments within the company code, or within different types of products. And also, if you want to go deeper into profitability, we have the module called COPA that will also speak more into the profitability of individual different streams of revenues, right? So, but that's the essence of profit center accounting. So we'll just do the basic configurations and move to cost center and wrap this up. So we need to check the basic settings. We have to set controlling area for the cost center. So this our controlling area is fine. We go to controlling area settings for profit center. Remember that the highest in the hierarchy is the controlling area. Profit center accounting is under the controlling area. So we'll go to controlling area settings. We have to maintain, I think we have maintained settings for controlling area where we ticked. So, okay. So here we're going to define how controlling area will be doing its own, what will be the reporting structure in controlling area. So in the we have to define a standard hierarchy. So our standard hierarchy is IBTC profit center. The local currency will be the profit center currency, which is what we're going to use. And you can also have profit center reporting in other currency other than the home currency. but we're going to still maintain the USD, assuming that the reporting will be in the company code currency. Then we have to activate this financial year. The legal view presently talks about the presentation of the report. And of course, ALE would mean that there is a third-party application for this, but no distribution happens in this system. So we just save this. Valuation method, does not match the currency evaluation profile. So we need to check this. Okay, this is legal. Let me see. Okay. I need to check this. Let me check. You want to store valuation or legal promise. The currency valuation that is assigned to country. This promise does not contain value. Oh, I see. This is also coming from my so-called transaction code. Okay, so let me check this. Oh, I see. Okay, so there is a currency valuation that this is working on. So I will have to, let me just check these details. Okay, so I have to, this is the currency O, so I have to actually assign mine. So I'll just copy this. I'll assign mine, let me see. This is the company code currency. Oh, okay, I see. So I'm going to go back. Let me check. No, I think it has to do with the currency that I defined. So I'm just going to cancel this. Yes. Let me change this to company code currency. Okay, controlling area currency. That should be, let it be the same. So let me check. This is supposed to be 20. Let's see if that would work. Okay, does not exist. Okay. Okay, let's see.
Click on that error message to proceed. I think it will take you to where.
It took me. Let me see something. Okay. Company code plus valuation area. Let me do IBTC. I have just 5 minutes. So let me see if I can rush this out. Okay. Let me see this. And I go back. Okay. Control area currency. 90. Legal valuation is what I will use. Store in transaction currency. Okay, USD does not exist in currency and valuation profile. Okay, valuation method. Oh, yeah, today is a very good day. Okay, I think I've done this. Blocked by, this is the same thing it wants to open. Okay, let me check. Is this same page he wants to open? Let me see this.
Close it now. Why not close it? Let it take
No,
you to the error message.
no, don't worry. This is where Valuation area. Okay. Let me see this. Oh, I see. This currency is not there. Company code currency. Let me use group currency. Yes. Okay, it's locked by me. Let me close. I need to note that transaction code. It's okay. Continue. Okay, so let me go back and check. So go out from here. 30. Okay, give me a second. I go out from here. S4 group currency. 30. I think I've defined this there, so you should allow me. The group currency is GBP, I think so. Okay, so why are you not giving me? Wait. Okay. Valuation profile. But it's defined. It's not allowed. Zero is not allowed. Just a second, guys. Let me see what they did here. This is company code currency. Okay. So let me change this. Oh, zero is allowed here for legal valuation. So why is it telling me? Okay, let me save this. Check. What's this control? What's this 8KEM? 8KEM. Okay. I will understand why. Controlling area currency is same as company code. Let me check 20. Okay, yeah, this is it. Submit volume and interest. Valuation view 0. Same thing. I can only be using legal view. And legal view is telling me no. Okay, so I will have to check this. This is not active. I think there is something wrong here. Okay. So guys, I will check this much later. Let me take note of this error. Let me screenshot this error. So we have 2 pending errors. But that's how we Let's have a learn. Learn with errors. So on a good day, I don't need to have problems with the valuation area because it's there by default. But I will check why and see if there is something wrong with does not exist in currency and valuation profile. What is existing now? But I think what is not existing is legal valuation. Okay. But just a second. Okay. Okay, this is correlation and valuation is there. Select this, go to details. I need to do another 0. So currency is here. So it's existing in, it's just that I think what is not existing here is profit center. So we have something, the profit center currency is not here and is needed. Okay, I see where this is coming from. We need to add the currency type for profit center currency. Okay, so I'm going to work on this. So I think what the challenge we're having here maybe do you want changes? No. This profit center currency, come in. This profit center currency is not here. Just sorry. So this guy 90. We only have controlling area currency and group currency in the transaction code. So I will need to check. So if we go here and go here and check the valuation, we only have in the valuation type, we have the 3, but in the company code, we only have 2. And here we need to have the third one, which is profit center currency. So I'm going to check these settings with the technical team or add this here. I think that's where the issue is coming from. Valuation is supposed to go with the profit center currency. The number 0 is already defined. So guys, we would meet up next time. This RGP is fine. It's all fixed. Let me check this one. So they're all there. They're all existing, but I think as we need to check what the issue is. All right. So we stopped at the profit center configuration. In our next class, I'm going to check for the 2 issues we have now. To finish this profit center, we're going to check what the issue is with the valuation view. It's very, very important that we assign a view and also try and rectify this before the next class. And I'll probably tell you why we had such issues. So, but let me check on so yeah. Are you sure? No. Are you sure? Yes. Then cancel now. uh, are you sure you want to cancel? Yes. Maybe having a problem. Okay. So I will check this. I will check this issue, and I think I think we might have an issue with the version 0. I will check this. Okay, guys. Let me check this against the settings for Profit Center. Oh, okay. So let me sort this out now, and I'll tell us what happened and check it anyway. So if we go to General Controlling Organization and we go to maintain versions. Remember, we maintain versions for controlling area settings and for each fiscal year. There is maintaining version for profit center accounting. We didn't do that. So let me do that and check again. So I'm going to select this, go to profit center accounting. There is no fiscal year for profit center, and the version is not existing. So I'll click on new, put the fiscal year, put the exchange rate type, which is average, which is M. Put the valuation date. We don't need all that. Then I'm going to save. So we are die hard in SAP. We need to give up. We also need to do the setting for operating concern when we get to that point. So the essence of this is that we were supposed to, this version 0 is for planning. We're supposed to plan cost for profit center, but we did not do that. So it's throwing it out. So let's go back again. Maintain controlling area settings for profit center. Then let's try. If he pulls that issue out again, then we will know that there is something wrong. But I think that was one step I probably missed. Let's say USD. Let me check again if this would. Oh, so I think it's more than that. So I will go through this again and really know why I'm still having problems with this, because at this point I feel I've done what I'm supposed to do.
Sorry.
Yes.
Go back there. Go back there. Let's test something. I think you have a step. Okay, select fantastic. Go to your currency type. Choose company code currency. Let's see. The
It's not here
controlling area.
because it's same as
20,
company code. Yeah.
20. Go to
Currency.
valuation. Okay, yes. So choose your currency.
Okay.
So your valuation, tick there. Let's see what comes out there.
Yeah.
No. Don't pick legal valuation.
Just here.
Yes.
It will
So
accept
it won't. Okay,
evaluation
try
view
entering
for.
first. Let's see.
If you enter another one, it will tell you that activate indicator. It will tell you that it can only be on legal view actually.
Okay. Oh, yeah, change it to legal view and enter. Let's see. No, we change to company code.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
valuation
will check
does
this.
not exist.
Yeah. So this.
Let's Google it, because most times when I have issues like this, if you go to Google, you see a lot of responses.
Yeah, but we won't have time. So what I will do
Example.
is that,
Okay.
what I will do is that I will check and test it and let you guys know probably what the solution was for
Resolution
this.
step. Okay,
For,
fantastic.
yeah, for the two errors I found. So guys, this is what happens for real. If I was using probably the faster route, I don't think I would have had this error. But the essence of this is that you might be in a project, and this is what I've had people write me from LinkedIn, from WhatsApp. Oh, I'm having some issues. How do we resolve that? I think I have. Let me check. So you will know that. Let me just show you guys something. So you know that basically the more you encounter these errors, the more likely you would. No, I'm not continuing. The more likely you would actually the more since trying to make me create something new. So most times I just get these feedbacks, and what I do is to try and this is creating. No, sign in. Uh-huh. So what I've learned over the years is that errors are actually what makes you a very, very makes you very vast, because I'm going to go now and
Yeah.
research on these two errors. Yeah,
Errors are
and
good, Mr. Kelechi.
yeah, when I get solutions for them, then I would probably learn from it, and not, if I join a project and I see it, I might just, okay, say yeah. So I had, I don't know if it's this guy. Okay, so basically once in a while, I think it's this guy. Sorry. So this is LinkedIn. So once in a while you get all this kind of, so I think this guy was writing me about an issue he was having on a platform, and we just kept talking about it and talking about it until finally he solved it. Now, why was I able to help this guy? So I need a small file. I started a career, blah blah blah, blah, some errors. So you see, I am going through some errors and customized configuration. So I want to know it's a platform SAP that I've checked. Okay, I tell him to try to use Google to check. So he just said he was getting different answers. So we just kept writing. He now dropped the error message here. Somehow I had to support him and all that. So the essence of this is that when you have these errors, um, it might just be one very important thing you have gone through. I've never had these errors before. Um, when I did this, I've done these settings. I've done S4 config for like 3 company codes back to back now. I'm thinking that some of these errors I'm having is tied to the company code that I copied, right? So what I'm going to do a reconfiguration where I'll first of all look up the issue with this, and I'm going to reconfigure the IBTCT code that we have created. It will really allow me to, it will warrant me to do some of those configurations again. But if I'm encountering so much errors, then there's something fundamentally wrong with the configs for the settings I copied. So but I will check this out and try to resolve it, and also with the issue with tax. But that's how it works, man. That's the, if you're supporting end users or you're doing configurations, you most likely um encounter a lot.
Yeah,
Right. So
okay. Kelechi, I
yeah,
totally
please
agree
go on.
with you, right? Like there was a time I also had an issue on one of my configurations. It was asset accounting.
Okay.
I threw it into the group.
Okay.
Somebody responded. Guess what?
Yeah.
It was just a minor error. One good thing, one good thing. I told you I've done workday training. One good
Yeah.
thing I have learned about SAP. SAP issues are one of the easiest issues to resolve. Do you know why? There are so many avenues
Support.
that
Yeah.
you can resolve SAP issues. But you
Yeah.
see Workday, just go and Google any Workday issues. You can never find an answer because they close their system. It's an enclosed system.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And one good thing I've also learned about SAP issues, I could remember one of the trainers one time. The guy said, see, when you are doing config,
Mm,
limit copying from other companies because there could be
mm,
underlying configurations in that company that you are copying from
mm,
that is exactly what is throwing up. He said
mm,
the basic ones just don't copy, do the settings yourself. It will
mm.
limit the amount of errors that you will encounter. But if you begin to copy, especially for asset account, maybe a copying chart of depreciation or those things, my brother, you will have so many issues coming up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's where, if I start afresh and go through these things, I bet you I won't have
Yes,
one error.
yes,
I won't have one
you
error.
are right.
Yeah,
You are right.
but the just as copying will throw up errors and you will learn from them. That's how just creating yours and going through will be very smooth, very, very smooth. By now, I should have finished this course basically because I mean it's just to go through. But I'm happy about this. I've never had this before. So I'm going to do my research and hopefully I'm going to see how I can solve it. And that's what has brought us this far, and that's what will take us far. But if I realize also that I'm going to be encountering, because it's a training session, I don't have all the time. I would most likely redo the config in a very, very fast manner and get us to where we are so that we can move forward. I already have a company code that is, I think all I need to do is to put on the SD side and we are fine, So, like I said, I've run through this over and over. I'm just suspecting that the nonsense company code I copied is part of the problem I'm having. Because I've never really copied that company code before. Yeah, I've not copied that company code before. So I think that is why I'm having these issues. But no worries. I'll look at it and share the solution with the class. Then, if there is need, I will redo the config so that we don't have all the stops. We'll still have to go through the longer part. Then we'll take it from there. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll continue with the config for controlling. When we're done, we would most likely be tilting towards the asset accounting. We'll do some transactions tomorrow to reflect, to test the CU and the FI. We have transactions, and also do some customer and vendor master data creation and testing. So I guess tomorrow, once we're done with the controlling, we're going to do a lot of transactions just to test what we have done so far. Then would introduce asset accounting, then wrap up with asset accounting, then whatever is left, we work on that. So the idea is that as you are learning, please brush up your CV, throw yourself inside the pool, so that as the knowledge is fresh, you're also getting opportunities to be interviewed, and it will help you also catch up with whatever it is very fast, right?
Yes.
So, and if you have those interviews, we'll have a session. You share the description. We'll discuss them together, just to give you that few things. Then be
Oh, you
sure you.
say if we have interview, we should let you know.
Yes, please.
Okay. Like I sent some application yesterday, day before yesterday, and they want to just call first for short interview, just 15 minutes and talk. So
Okay.
I think two like that. One said I should send my CV